The CBS Chicago Special starts now.
In a college basketball season that at times teetered on the brink, emerged the Loyola Ramblers. Hit hard early on by COVID-19, the Ramblers persevered. Backed by 101-year-old nun Sister Jean, now they're back in the Sweet 16. Tonight, a CBS 2 special. Let's go Loyola.
And with that, we say welcome. Team coverage of Loyola's run through the NCAA tournament. I'm Brad Edwards.
And I'm Matt Zahn. Marissa Parras joining us from the Loyola campus in just a bit. We are focusing on the Ramblers' March magic, both on and off the court.
Entire half hour, stay tuned. Before we look ahead to their game against Oregon State, a crash course on the rich history of Rambler hoops. Loyola won the NCAA championship back in 1963, beating the Cincinnati Bearcats in dramatic fashion. The entire 63 Ramblers team inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame for helping to tear down the color barrier in college basketball. Loyola had 4 black players in the starting lineup. That 63 squad is still the only school in Illinois history to win the NCAA Division I basketball title. Now the 2021 Ramblers are looking to put their own stamp on history.
Yeah, Brad, this current Loyola squad leads the nation in scoring defense, and they are led on that side of the ball by senior and Missouri Valley Defensive Player of the Year Lucas Williamson. He was a key reserve on that Final Four team in 2018, so I had to ask him how this current team compares.
You know, there's a lot of similarities. You know, veteran-led group. Obviously, coach is still here. The culture is still here. The culture is still the same.
How would this group do against that 2018 squad?
I keep getting asked that question, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that I think this year's team would beat that year's team because I'm a senior on this team.
What's made you guys so great has been your defense. What is it about your defense, and what makes your defense so special?
You know, from last year, I think we were like one of the worst teams in the league in terms of like guarding the three-point line. You know, we always did a good job of making teams earn points, but we always gave up a lot of points within those last 10 seconds of the shot clock. So, you know, we wanted to really key in and lock in on that and really change the story of our defense. We're not always going to make shots, but the defense is something that you're always going to be able to rely on.
When you originally committed to Loyola, one of the reasons you did is because you thought they were on the verge of something special. How did you see that?
I love when people ask me this question. Just talking to Coach, and I could just tell, like, you know, if anybody that talks to Coach will tell you that his energy is just infectious. Like, I've never really met somebody like that always brings it every day. And I knew that he was going to, you know, that's what he said he was going to do, and he delivered on that promise. So, 2, I could just tell, like, how the guys, you know, in the locker room, how they talked to each other, how they, you know, came together. They actually hung out with each other. Like, I could tell that things in the locker room were something similar to what I was coming from at Whitney Young, where everybody was, you know, sort of close.
Speaking of close, Lucas and Cameron Krutwig are not only the winningest players in program history, they're also roommates. And that means Lucas is privy to the musical stylings of Mr. Krutwig.
He's actually playing the harmonica right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Hey, Krut. I'm actually practicing right now.
Yeah, I told you he was practicing.
I'm practicing a little Surfer Girl right now by the Beach Boys.
We need to hear a little.
Here we go. There it is.
Yeah, how can you not love Cameron Krutwig, one of the stars of the NCAA tournament, sharing his love of music with us, and I'm guessing he shares that music with his roommate, Lucas, pretty often, too.
Yeah, it makes you want to bring out the recorder from 3rd grade. But you got to love Krutwig, man. I mean, from the mustache down to the grit, man, this guy has shown he's a dominant big in the big time.
Yeah, he has all of it.
Okay, you can just feel the closeness in that clip from Matt that the team shows, and they keep up that same energy with their youngest honorary member. Let's bring in our teammate, Marissa Parra now, joins us live with his special story. Marissa.
Brad, Matt, Sister Jean better make some room. There is a new contender for the Ramblers' most endearing fan.
What's up, team? It's Marcellus coming to y'all to congratulate y'all on winning the division championship.
All eyes are on the Loyola Ramblers.
It's a Ramblers takeover.
But the eyes of the Loyola Ramblers
What's up, Marcellus?
are on Marcellus Pounds.
What's up, Marcellus? Ramblers are thinking about you, man.
Cardboard Marcellus was taken to practices, even taken to the court by the Ramblers themselves to celebrate Sunday's stunning upset, bringing out a side of the 7th grader his mom hasn't seen in years.
A blessing, a true blessing. You know, he's been through so much.
In his last year of elementary school, Marcellus got a cramp that wouldn't go away.
They thought it was just a regular fractured pelvis.
But the mysterious spot on the x-rays remained an uninvited guest.
That's when they found out it was a tumor, and that's what broke his pelvis.
The tumor was osteosarcoma, a rare type of bone cancer that ended up taking part of his hip.
Before this, I was gonna play basketball or like football, but yeah.
Even without being able to use his leg like he used to, Marcellus never stopped dancing. It was this young warrior kind of energy that made Team Impact, a nonprofit that helps young people sidelined by sickness, decide to bring his dancing to the court.
Why wouldn't we just send Marcellus to the game live in Indy this weekend? So if it's okay with you, you want to go on Saturday?
Yes.
With the entire team cheering him on Zoom, the surprise was a slam dunk.
I was like, did that just happen?
It's the Ramblers takeover.
For mom Tamika Pounds, it's an emotional new beginning.
I'm gonna affect everything.
And for the Loyola Ramblers, Marcellus might just be the good luck charm they need to go all the way.
See you in Indy, bro.
Thank you.
See you down here.
See you in Indy, bro.
Of course, we had to ask Marcellus what his predictions were. He said the Ramblers are going to go all the way. So there you have it. You heard it here first. Later in the show, we're going to hear from some super fans who found a way to stay close to the team while staying out of the stands, rather. Brad, we'll have that in just a few.
All right, Marissa Parra, and we are going to keep our friend Marcellus close. Thank you for that story. Someone else who will be at the game, 101-year-old Sister Jean. She made the trip down to Indianapolis to see the Ramblers take down Georgia Tech and then the favorite Illini. She'll be there again to see Loyola try to advance to the Elite Eight. Sister Jean's been keeping a close eye on Ramblers basketball for decades. We've actually doubled up on our Sister Jean bobbleheads for this special half hour. And we want to take a closer look at her bracket right now.
When we went to 2018, I predicted that they could go to the Sweet 16. And when they went on to the Elite Eight, Clayton Custer said to me, Sister Jean, we broke your bracket. I said, well, keep breaking it. That's fine with me. So this time I thought, well, I'm going to have them go to the Elite Eight, and then maybe they'll push a little harder, and maybe we'll get up to the very top to play that game.
She's truly a basketball mind. Sister Jean's keeping her scouting report for Oregon State a secret for now. Doesn't want to tip the Beavers, give them any advantage.
Smart. Loyola and Oregon State, the opening game of the Sweet 16 tomorrow at 1:30. You can watch it right here on CBS 2 with Kevin Harlan, Dan Bonner, and Dana Jacobson on the call. That's one of 4 Sweet 16 games here on CBS this weekend. We've got all 3 of the remaining 1 seeds capped off with the lone Big Ten team left. Michigan taking on Florida State Sunday at 4. Coming up, CBS Sports analyst Clark Kellogg breaks down what kind of challenge Oregon State presents for Loyola.
Yeah, and hey, Matt, the Band of Wolves may not be playing together, but the Rambler spirit is strong. They got together virtually to play their fight song.
Loyola University Chicago, sharpening minds through justice and faith. We champion humanity, humility, and heart, crafting a sustainable future with lessons that transcend the classroom walls. It's by trailblazing from today's troubles that we advance our tomorrow. No action too big or too small in creating the world we wish to see. Set change in motion. Your calling starts now.
Grubhub's getting rid of fees when you order McDonald's, Panda Express, and Panera. So now you can get McDonald's without the side of fees, and Panda Express without the fees, and Panera without the fee. You get the point. Only on?
Some Western philosopher once said, the point of life is helping each other get through it. These days, we're all looking forward to getting back to the way things were. But even the days we wish to forget have had moments we'll want to remember. Moments that defined us. And at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, we know that in the end, how we get through it all will always depend on who we get through it all with.
What do all these people have in common? They all came to Burlington and saved a fortune. They found incredible deals on amazing brands and styles. They look great and saved a ton. You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Now get an adventure-ready 2021 Explorer for just $399 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
This is the world's largest bracket in downtown Indianapolis. As you can see, they update it as well. A crew goes up on a platform like window washers on a skyscraper. Clark Kellogg stands tall among college basketball analysts. The former Ohio State Buckeye and Indiana Pacer has been calling and breaking down the action for CBS Sports for 25 years. I asked Kellogg what he expects from tomorrow's game.
I think they've got talent. They're experienced. Clearly, you look at Lucas Williamson and Cameron Krutwig, they were key parts of a team that got to the Final Four. You can't ever discount or dismiss the value of that kind of experience. Porter Moser and his staff do a great job. Their style of play is conducive to winning basketball because it's a style, it's foundationed on efficiency, execution, and playing the game, defending at a high level, low mistakes, low turnovers. And there's a commitment to the defensive end, but it's being active with your feet, being aggressive, and being smart and tough. And those things they have in spades, and they really disrupted. I thought Illinois would disrupt them, and they never did. Never even got close to making Loyola Chicago, the Ramblers, uncomfortable.
What type of challenges do you think Oregon State might present for them? Obviously, it's a really hot team, a really good three-point shooting team as well.
Yeah, well, they're a team similar to the Ramblers. Pretty athletic, have really hit a great stride here recently. This team was not playing like this until about 2.5 weeks ago. See, for them, it's making, I think, perimeter shots. And they do it from the 3 and the 2, but this game they might need to knock down a few more threes because I think Oregon State has some rim protection and athleticism in the paint. But I would never discount Cam's ability to get his work done in there, and he's such a great passer that if he can score and pass, you're in trouble. Oregon State has to make him one-dimensional.
Finally, just for you and you guys in general, how enjoyable has this kind of crazy tournament been for you?
Man, it's been phenomenal. One, we didn't have it last year, so there's a heightened level of gratitude and appreciation for all that has gone into allowing this to take place. And the ride and the stories and the excitement, the celebration, all of that, to me, is an injection of joy all the time, and this year, even more so. Not just because of how it's unfolded, but because of what it represents on so many levels.
Yeah, we almost had total chaos in the Midwest region. The #1 seed gone. Loyola's game is 8 versus 12. Houston, the only team left seated higher than the Ramblers. They face #11 Syracuse. Kellogg has Houston as a slight favorite to come out of the region, but he certainly likes Loyola's chances.
A bunch of hot teams there. Well, there were a lot of busted brackets as our teammate Marissa Parra makes sure she doesn't got busted hair fixing that up. Marissa, you look fantastic. So busted brackets out there, except for the Loyola Ramblers fans who never lost faith. Joining us again, Marissa Parra, on what it takes to stay devoted while staying apart. Marissa.
Brad, normally when we do this kind of coverage, we're doing it in front of a sea of excited fans. Do not be fooled by the relative silence you are seeing here. The campus is actually buzzing. You just have to know where to look.
he signed it for me.
When it comes to team pride, Joe DeLugas wears his on his sleeve and his hats and shelves end on his wall.
I would argue that maybe I'm the biggest lunatic fan of us all.
He's what you call a Loyola Rambler superfan.
Go Ramblers! That's the Wolf.
Here comes Lou Wolf.
We got a chance to meet team mascot Lou Wolf himself.
It's Lou Wolf!
Together as a pack, we were on the hunt for students, but this year they're a little harder to find.
Normally, are these sidewalks a lot more crowded? Yeah.
But what the campus lacks in a sea of staff and students, many of them still learning remotely, they make up for with enthusiasm.
Woo! Go Ramblers! Hi, Sister D! Are you planning on watching the game tomorrow?
Oh, of course. You could feel it on the campus. Everyone's kind of buzzing, even if we are separated.
Even the operations manager for Bulldog Ale House down the street is rooting for the Ramblers, if only because of the smiles and the business the game brings.
I'm absolutely rooting for them because it's awesome to see people come out again. It's been such a rough year for everybody.
After a year of unwelcome surprises, the Ramblers' win was one fans embraced with open arms.
The atmosphere among fans is crazy. All I ever wanted before I died was one NCAA tournament appearance. And now, like this, I wouldn't even allow myself to dream what's been going on the last few years.
Bulldog Ale House, by the way, says they had a nearly 3-hour wait on game day last weekend. I'm sure that wait time is going to get even higher the further the team goes. Reporting live from the home of the Ramblers, Marissa Parra, CBS 2 News.
Marissa, thank you. Jacobs High School in Algonquin, Cameron Krutwig's alma mater, getting in on the Rambler spirit. Today was officially Cameron Krutwig Day. Check out all the Loyola spirit on display. And Krutwig, of course, such a dominating force, but when he was coming out of high school, he wouldn't get all the respect he needed.
Yeah, Brad, he actually said he had no Power 5 offers when he signed with Loyola, so like most of the guys on this team, Krutwig plays with a chip on his shoulder. Same with Braden Norris, the senior guard. He is also playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he's hitting some big shots for Loyola. He had to start his career at Oakland University. How he's enjoying this ride in his first season with the Ramblers when our show continues.
Beyond cleaner air and water lies a calling to care for all of creation, where sustainability means an opportunity to create the world we wish to see. Look beyond the bracket to Loyola University, Chicago.
Goli, the world's first apple cider vinegar gummies, make being healthy simple.
Goli makes weight loss simple.
All day energy simple.
Jim, want some cake?
No, thank you. Cutting cravings simple.
And it's simply delicious.
Healthy doesn't have to taste bad. In fact, with Goli, it's actually delicious.
Visit Goli.com/TV to get 10% off plus free shipping.
Spring is finally here, and you're just itching to upgrade your stuff. The best way to do that is in a new Hyundai, like the Santa Fe, with an available class-exclusive digital smartphone key and loads of the latest technology. Drive your upgrade home instead of having it delivered, although we can do that too during the Hyundai Spring Upgrade event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on select vehicles, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Your wireless, your rules, your savings. When you get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together, you could save up to $300 a year. Choose from flexible wireless data options on the most reliable network. Now with nationwide 5G included at no extra cost. Get Xfinity Mobile and Internet together for just $40 a month, and you could save up to $300 a year on your wireless bill. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Beyond cleaner air and water lies a calling to care for all of creation, where sustainability means an opportunity to create the world we wish to see. Look beyond the bracket to Loyola University, Chicago.
Indianapolis, Indiana, where Matt Zahn will be headed tomorrow to cover the game. A quick look now at Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Final Four will begin in just 8 days. And the student athletes at Loyola are excelling in the classroom as well. They're tops in the nation when it comes to academics. Numbers from the NCAA show 99% graduation success rate. Only 8 other schools across the country can boast that percentage. This marks the 5th consecutive year that Loyola has achieved that milestone rate. That says something.
Impressive. Sophomore Braden Norris may have a bit of a baby face, but he is all business on the court. The Oakland of Michigan transfer has made some big shots, and his tough guy facial expressions got the attention of former NFL punter Pat McAfee, who compared him to another somewhat more famous Norris.
Norris made eye contact.
Chuck Norris, yeah, that was pretty funny, but it was also cool, you know. Former professional football player, recognizing my game.
How would you describe sort of the emotion that you play with?
Yeah, I put in a lot of work. I have a lot of love for this game. It's kind of been my whole life, you know, ever since I can remember. I've been around the game with my dad. You know, I'm trying to enjoy and soak in every moment of it, but just the whole atmosphere and the environment. I have 3 little brothers, and my dad is a high school coach, so it was the first time my whole family has been at a game since I played at Oakland. So it's been a while. So, you know, seeing them in the crowd, it meant a lot to me, honestly. It was pretty emotional, you know, after the games.
What has it been like being sort of in this controlled environment bubble in Indianapolis?
It's been tough, but, you know, you got to overcome that stuff. Great things usually come out of things that are difficult.
What has been the toughest part about it?
Honestly, just staying in your own hotel room the whole time. You know, usually you're always around your teammates, and we do have a lot of time, whether that's practice, film sessions, meetings or whatever, but there is a lot of alone time, and it can get tough.
Now, did you pack enough stuff if you have to stay another week?
Oh yeah, definitely. We planned on being here, you know, all the way until the end.
Let's go, family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Gotta love the confidence. The Ramblers have been in Indy since before Selection Sunday, almost 2 weeks ago. They can't go out on their own per NCAA protocol, but they have been able to do a couple of fun events like visiting the Indy Zoo, and they even got to do Top Golf. And Brad, Braden has that confidence golfing as well, saying he and teammate Tate Hall are the best golfers on the team. Now, Norris actually lost to Hall at Top Golf, but he brushed it off, saying it's not real golf.
I love that internal competition. Porter Moser, man, seems to really bring these guys from divergent backgrounds together.
Yep, brings them all together.
Just ahead, the coaches take center stage. We'll tell you about the Oregon State head coach's close connections to Loyola.
Beyond cleaner air and water lies a calling to care for all of creation, where sustainability means an opportunity to create the world we wish to see. Look beyond the bracket to Loyola University, Chicago.
I'm handing the keys to my Subaru store to the McGrath Auto Group.
For 3 generations, the McGrath family has been serving Chicagoland, focused on community and customer service.
And I'm proud to continue serving you at the new McGrath Evanston Subaru.
For our grand opening, we're introducing Lease for Love. Lease a new Subaru and we'll donate $50 to charity. Save now at McGrath Evanston Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get 0% financing for 63 months.
When you do that, you choose McGrath.
Right, Sonny?
Let's raise a glass to sunny days, to moving the dining room outside, and to still making it nice, even if it's just us.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
Can I say goodbye?
Bring home the memories this Easter with Honey Baked Ham, only from the Honey Baked Ham Company.
I think I found my soulmate. He's the one. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. I went to Burlington and I got this amazing top and jeans from my favorite brands for under $30. I saved a fortune.
Wow. You'll love the deals. You'll love Burlington.
The K5 GT beats the BMW 330i in slaloming, cornering, and acceleration. So we'll just keep on racing ourselves. Right now, get 0% APR on the 2021 K5 release and LXS for $189 a month.
Beyond cleaner air and water lies a calling to care for all of creation, where sustainability means an opportunity to create the world we wish to see. Look beyond the bracket to Loyola University, Chicago.
Hopefully it doesn't get me too emotional.
It's a hell of a win by Loyola today. And as I was saying my prayer, as I do before I take a nap, I just said this would be unbelievable. I grew up in Chicago, was born in Milwaukee. My dad was Dean of Men at Marquette. And then when I was a year old, we moved to Chicago. He was vice president, Dean of Students at Loyola. I grew up on their campus. He had 2 offices, one on the North Shore, one downtown at the Water Tower Place. Some of my most fond memories were in the summer going to his office, the Water Tower Place, and he would have to do some work, and he'd have people just kind of keep me out of trouble. I'd go up to the little gym, shoot some hoops, and then we'd go to the Cubs games, you know, in the afternoon. And I remember stories about George Ireland. You know, I remember going to see him play when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And Coach Moser's done a hell of a job. They're a great team. But this is really going to mean something extra special for me and my family.
An emotional connection to Loyola from Oregon State's head coach. I mean, that sets up such a great storyline tomorrow. And for those of you who don't know, George Ireland led the 1963 Ramblers to the national title.
Yeah, Brad Tinkle has been at Oregon State since 2014. This is his second time taking the Beavers to the tourney. First time they've advanced. Porter Moser has also led the Ramblers to the big dance twice. He became a hot coaching commodity as Loyola rambled to the Final Four in 2018. Well, his name's out there again. Moser talked about why he stayed back then, despite the interest from some high-profile schools.
I just felt that we got a lot to do here. I felt there's a great ceiling here. And I said this too, I run from happiness, and truly happy in pushing these guys and getting to the point, and then to sustain it. There was a part of me that really wanted to sustain it. I mean, these guys should be proud of themselves. You know, Cameron and Lucas should be so proud of themselves. There's just 2. And those 2 were, you know, just so much poured into our younger guys currently. And I think sustaining something is special.
And he's certainly done that at Loyola. Moser leads them against Oregon State, tipping off the Sweet 16 tomorrow at 1:30. Of course, you can watch it right here on CBS 2, Brad. It should be a good game. Oregon State, like Loyola, red hot coming into this. They swept through the Pac-12 tournament, and the Pac-12 looking good in this one, so we'll see how they do.
And probably another battle to keep Coach Moser here once again. That's all for this CBS 2 special. For Matt, Marissa, me, and our entire team, let's go Loyola. What happened to you?
What is going on here? I need help. If there was nothing to hide, then why not show the video?
We're being bullied by the water company.
It was such a big moment that it's hard to forget.
Tried to reach out, I got no response.
And I was wondering if you could help me like you've helped so many other people.
Grubhub's getting rid of fees when you order McDonald's, Panda Express, and Panera. So now you can get McDonald's without the side of fees, and Panda Express without the fees, and Panera without the fee. You get the point. Only on Grubhub.
Welcome to that magic realm between here and there, a no man's land, and everyone's land, where great expectations grow and rewards are given to the swift, the perceptive, and the daring. Introducing the Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive. More power for your pursuit.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty. An answer, uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
The tournament is in full swing and the field is shrinking. Who has the drive to march on to the next round? The choice is yours with this can't-miss offer. Bet $1 on any team to advance. Win 100 if they do. It's that simple. As they move closer to cutting down the nets, you can be closer to collecting that cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet $1 to win 100 on any matchup and make it rain.
been a long decade these past 2 years, but March still has a lot left in the tank, which means more basketball. That's what I'm talking about. More favorites moving on, 2-3 zones, and camera time for the bench heroes. And the best part, more action for everyone on FanDuel Sportsbook, including up to $1,000 back if you airball your first bet. That is insane, even for March. Place your first bet risk-free and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win. Game's on. FanDuel Sportsbook.
You've been waiting for retirement. That means a trusted Medicare plan from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois is waiting for you. If you're 65 years or older, choose a plan that gives you more peace of mind for those moments ahead. Through it all,